first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
Well, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typically what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here comes the Bears punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
They start the drive with Cook, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
22 yards there, a 1st down.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
1st down, here's the run with Cook.
To about the 26 here. The Vikings at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Now Pickett will look to pass it.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. That's what they wanted out of that 1st down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
Again, it's Cook.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
James Cook, his 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
You look at this defense for the Vikings.
We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
On second down, here's the option.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On first down, Hurts.
And a throw right sideline is complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3. They'll come up now, 3rd and 9.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And running time has expired on the first quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here comes the Bears punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Second and 9 now from the 21. They run it again with Cook.
And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Pickett. Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Pickett now on 1st down.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll try the middle with Cook.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 9. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
They'll let this go for the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Jameson Williams
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't come in.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here comes the Bears punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Pickett back to throw.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Pickett completes this one out wide quickly.
Pushing his way through. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the 1st half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Pickett to throw on 1st down.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Okay, ready?
On 2nd down, Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
James Cook
with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the 1st half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Moore, the motion man right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And this will be a Bears first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep. On this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But that's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Vikings are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. 1 second, all that remains. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half.
The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin. At their own 25.
Starting the 3rd quarter with Cook. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open.
And this is caught. Touchdown.
Jameson Williams
with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
The York on now for the extra point.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Oh, what a juke into space. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
2nd and 10. From the gun, Bigsby. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 60 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
A quick throw caught out wide by Judy.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
And Bigsby once more.
And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And this has no chance. It's no good. Well, wide to the left.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
They go option right on 2nd and goal. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go. Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. That pass caught, it's Williams. Now he's loose again. Touchdown, Vikings! Jameson Williams, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Hurts. He'll buy some time right. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Well, I think you have to forgive him just a little bit here because he's out of the pocket trying to make a play. But he rushes this throw and just wings it downfield right over the head of his wide-open receiver.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Pickett.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since.
Here's Pickett.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. From 10 yards out.
And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. York now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Caleb Farley.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. On the end around, here comes Williams. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting them a few yards.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Cook.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
There have not been a lot of great moments for this defense throughout this game. Finally, they have one they can hang their hat on. A nice stop there.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal.
Looking to throw. Pickett.
Toward the pylon. Caught. Touchdown.
James Cook.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
This offense on 3rd down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Throwing is Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Andrew Booth puts it up.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Back to throw, Pickett. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Andre Cisco there on the stop.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Second down, here's a run with Bigsby. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Another run by Bigsby. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate. I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw here taken in by Knox. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Now Pickett. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears will get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's 3rd and 9. Here's a give to Bigsby. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Hey, easy,
Here's Hurts to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Lewis Cine. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Bigsby with a carry to begin the series.
And some room to work.
And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard